Most people are unknowingly trapped in a bad deal. They trade away their best years, believing that someday, decades later, they'll finally be free. This is the biggest financial lie ever sold. It's a scam disguised as stability, wrapped in promises of comfort and security. But beneath the surface lies a harsh truth. You're trading today for a tomorrow that may never come. And even if it does, will you still have the energy or the opportunity to enjoy it? The waiting game, it starts early. Society hands out a 401 rulebook. Get a safe job. From the moment we graduate, we're told to prioritize safety over passion. Find something stable, they say. Something reliable. So, millions settle into careers that pay the bills, but drain their souls. Set aside a little each month. We're taught to squirrel away scraps of our income into savings accounts or retirement funds, hoping they'll grow enough to sustain us decades down the line. But how often do we stop to ask, is this really working? Cut back on small pleasures. Skip the coffee shop lattes, cancel the vacations, avoid splurging on hobbies, all in service of a distant dream. The message is clear. Sacrifice now, reward yourself later. Invest in a retirement plan. Retirement plans become sacred cows, untouchable until age 65. Yet, few question whether these systems will actually deliver on their promises. Be patient. Your reward comes later. For who? For you? Or for the banks, corporations, and systems that profit from your labor while keeping you tethered to their timelines? The waiting game isn't designed for your benefit. It's built to keep you working, not winning. Closer. Look at the trade-off. Imagine two friends, Alex and Jordan. Both start their careers at 25, following the same societal blueprint. Alex plays by the rules. He takes a safe corporate job, diligently contributes to his 401k, and cuts corners on personal expenses. Weekends are spent dreaming about retirement, a far-off paradise where he'll finally relax, travel, and pursue passions. Jordan questions the script. She notices the flaws in the system early on. Instead of blindly following advice, she builds multiple streams of income through freelancing and investing in real estate. She prioritizes experiences now, knowing life is unpredictable. By 35, she's financially independent, with time and resources to live fully. Fast forward to 65. Alex retires, only to discover rising healthcare costs, inflation eroding his savings, and a body too worn out to enjoy the adventures he'd dreamed of. Meanwhile, Jordan has already lived her dreams and continues to thrive. Who made the better deal? The lifetime bet. Think about it. What exactly are you gambling on? That your job will always be there? Automation, outsourcing, and economic shifts make layoffs increasingly common. Companies prioritize profits over loyalty, leaving employees vulnerable. How confident are you that your safe job will remain secure? That inflation won't wipe out your savings? A dollar saved today might buy half as much in 20 years. Relying solely on traditional savings means watching your purchasing power shrink over time. That the system won't change the rules just when you're about to cash in? Governments adjust tax rates, pension programs face funding crises, and investment markets fluctuate wildly. Promises made today could evaporate tomorrow. Most people find out too late that their guaranteed future was never guaranteed at all. Case study. Sarah versus Lisa. Consider. Sarah and Lisa, both starting their careers at the same company. Sarah follows the conventional path. She saves aggressively for retirement, trusting her employer-matched 401k to carry her through old age. When the stock market crashes during her final decade of work, her account balance plummets. Panicked, she delays retirement, working longer hours in a role she despises. Lisa creates her own path. Early on, Lisa invests in rental properties, building equity and generating passive income. She also launches a side business teaching online courses. By diversifying her income sources, she insulates herself from market volatility. Even when the crash hits, her rental properties continue, producing cash flow, allowing her to retire comfortably on her terms. Who would you rather emulate? What the wealthy do differently? Here's the truth. The people who actually build wealth don't play this game. They don't rely on a fixed paycheck. Fixed paychecks limit growth. Wealth builders understand that relying solely on a salary ties them to a linear income model, one where more effort doesn't necessarily mean more reward. Trade their time for money forever. Time is finite, money isn't. Trading hours for dollars caps earning potential. True wealth comes from creating systems that generate income without constant input. Leave their financial future in someone else's hands. Handing control to employers, governments, or financial institutions puts your fate in their hands, not yours. Wealth builders take ownership of every decision. Instead, they create businesses that generate income. Entrepreneurship allows unlimited scalability. Whether it's launching a tech startup, opening a boutique, or offering consulting services, owning a business lets you reap disproportionate rewards for your efforts. Own assets that appreciate and pay them. Real estate, stocks, and intellectual property can grow in value over time while providing steady cash flow. These assets compound wealth exponentially compared to stagnant savings accounts. Focus on multiplication, not limitation. Wealth builders think expansively. They seek opportunities to multiply their resources, not hoard them. This mindset fosters innovation, risk-taking, and resilience. Rewriting the game. If your plan requires 40 years of sacrifice for an outcome you can't control, it's not a plan, it's a trap. So, ask yourself, are you living your life, or just financing someone else's? Every hour you spend tied to a desk, every dollar you funnel into a retirement fund controlled by others, is it truly serving you? Or are you simply fueling a machine that thrives on your labor? The choice picture. Two co-workers sitting at a cafe, discussing their futures. Friend number one sighs. I hate my job, but what choice do I have? I've got bills to pay, loans to repay, and a mortgage to maintain. If I quit now, I lose everything. Friend number two nods thoughtfully. Yeah, I used to feel the same way. Then I realized I was playing someone else's game. So I started freelancing on weekends, learning new skills, and investing in assets that pay me. Now, I'm closer to financial independence, and I get to design my own schedule. Friend number one scoffs. That sounds risky. What if it doesn't work? Friend number two smiles knowingly. What if it does? Look, staying stuck is its own kind of risk. At least this way, I'm taking steps toward freedom instead of waiting for permission to live. Which friend would you rather be? Take back your time. Life is short, too short to waste chasing a delayed payoff that may never materialize. The wealthy understand this principle intuitively. You don't wait for permission to win, you create your own wins. By rejecting the delayed life scam, you reclaim control. You stop sacrificing today for a hypothetical tomorrow. You start designing a life that aligns with your values, passions, and aspirations. So, rewrite the game. Build wealth on your terms. Live boldly, intentionally, and freely. Because in the end, the greatest scam isn't losing money, it's losing time. Don't let them take yours.